Now I've got my Special America shirt on with lots and lots of different badges from around the US. Now, ordinarily that would be because I'd been to all of those places and got a badge from each, but actually I've been to none of those places yet. But do you know what? It could change that, and we could change that for you as well, actually, because we've got a brilliant offering right now. We've got an amazing team who work behind the scenes at Cruise First. And of course, what we do is cruises predominantly and primarily, but we also do some amazing tours. So I've got some incredible ideas, and they're all for next year. How about a tour of New York, the world famous Niagara Falls, and the east coast of America? And then on top of that, enjoy a fabulous cruise with, well, I've got 3 different options which all feature the same tour. But at the end of the tour, which does New York and Niagara and the East Coast, you can voyage Cunard back to Southampton, you can cruise the Bahamas on Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas, or you can enjoy a Canada and New England all-inclusive cruise on the Norwegian Joy. You're going to absolutely love it. So we've got 1 pre-cruise tour and 3 different cruise options following that. Let's start with the tour then, shall we? So this is New York and Niagara and the East Coast. So what we do is we fly you out to New York, and day 1 will begin in the fabulous city of New York. Now, when you arrive, you get yourself to your Manhattan Bijou residence, a fabulous hotel in Manhattan. And then the second day, so day 2, when you awake, the rest of the day is absolutely yours to enjoy as you want to in New York. Do I need to start a list of attractions and things that you might want to do in New York? I'm probably quite sure that you've got quite a few ideas in your mind already. For me, I have to say, not necessarily in any order, but I would use the time definitely to have a little wander around Central Park. I think actually New York feels to me like one of those places where you've either got a specific purpose or you want to just go around and have a little wander. I would love to see Times Square. I must admit, whenever I see the footage of what happens on New Year's Eve in Times Square, you know, the ball dropping and all of that kind of stuff, I'm really fascinated, so I would love to do that. Now, the following day, you'll be touring from New York to Niagara Falls. So that starts actually by travelling north through some of the national parks. You'll go to Watkins Glen State Park, which is right in the heart of this region that we're seeing right now, which is what's called the Finger Lakes region. You'll see the Delaware Water Gap there, and the state park itself, as you can see, is very resplendent. It's very big. There's a lot to see in this region as well. They're absolutely fantastic. Following day, oh my word. Yes, actually, well, that evening that we've been in Finger Lakes, we arrive at Niagara Falls and we pass one of the lakes there, and we spend a night at the hotel near the falls. Now, I don't know how near. I wonder if it's near enough to go and wander and to see them as well. But day 4 is your Niagara Falls day, which is brilliant. So you'll have a sightseeing cruise past the falls, through the mists on the morning tour. The afternoon is free, so you can just completely enjoy. Apparently there are scenic tunnels that actually reside behind the falls, and you can also ride a cable car as well, an aerial cable car by the falls. I don't know, it depends on how brave you are, I suppose, to be honest with you. I would want to do it all, I have to say, actually, you know, right in the heart of the falls as well, you know, with your pack-a-mac thing on and whatever. I would want to enjoy that, but I'd also want to just stand there where those people are and just watch it all happen. Wonderful. Right, next day then, so you head southeast through the Appalachian Mountains into the Susquehanna River Valley. And it's a bit like being transported back to the 1700s, actually. And you'll make various stops on the way through that day as you make your way through to the capital city, of course, of Washington, D.C. And day 5 and day 6, you get to explore the nation's capital. You've got a sightseeing tour, of course, so half-day tour of the Lincoln and the National World War II memorials. You've got a stop on Capitol Hill, as we just saw there, the White House and other well-known sites. And I would now love to see the White House. You will then stay in a fabulous hotel there, and then the following morning you'll transfer to the port, because that's where your cruise part or your tour part of your holiday then concludes. Now the tour is going to be fantastic. You've got plenty of time to sightsee and see these places as well, which I think is really, really good. You've got guides with you, so I think that'll be really, really fascinating. You're going to love that. Now in terms of the next part of the holiday, there are 3 different options, so let's take you through the first one, and it's with Cunard. You're going to absolutely love this. In fact, here are the 3 different options. So the first one is a transatlantic voyage with Cunard, so coming back to Southampton on Queen Mary 2. The second option, we are going to be taking a Royal Caribbean Bahamas cruise on Oasis of the Seas after the tour that we've just talked about. And then the third option will be an additional cruise on the Norwegian Joy to Canada and New England there for you. So each one of these packages has that 6-night guided tour that we've just talked about, New York and Niagara and Washington, but it's how you then conclude that holiday that we have the options on. Well, first one is a brilliant one, isn't it? Straight away. You get to journey transatlantic, the iconic transatlantic crossing, of course. In fact, the birth of cruising as we know it really was the Cunard Company and the transatlantic crossings. That set the template for every cruise line and every cruise ship that has ever been since, because of course they pioneered leisure travel. And this is amazing, isn't it? I mean, with Cunard, you've got the ultimate in complete and just that feeling of, and see, I haven't yet voyaged Cunard because I do want to leave it for a little while for something to look forward to and to work through what I call your cruising career, because you will take many, many cruises, but I think there's some that you want to keep special for those special occasions, and I think your Cunard voyage is definitely one of those. You've got your fabulous 6-night crossing, of course, over from New York, which includes that fantastic sail away from New York. There you are, sailing out past the Statue of Liberty and all of that, and then just enjoying this amazing service. You've got no ports to miss out on, or feel the pressure of missing out of. Just that wonderful white glove service, and just feeling like you're a temporary member of the royal family. I think that's how it must feel. Do you know what I mean? I hear so many people saying, do you know what, we waited for that landmark anniversary or whatever it was to do a Cunard cruise. And we're so glad that we did it, because you feel so special dressing up of an evening to go to those grand dinners. You know what? You're going to absolutely love it. Now, remember, this includes your flight and that tour that we talked about in New York and Niagara Falls and Washington as well, and includes that journey back, that voyage back on the Queen Mary 2 with Cunard as well. You can also put as little as a 15% deposit down right now to make this happen, by the way. Your price tag here at $1,749 with this one. Now, there's also a little bit of a bonus offer available on this too, because if you upgrade to an ocean view, it's an extra £350 per person, but we will upgrade you again to a balcony. So you'll pay just an ocean view price, but we'll upgrade you to a balcony for free, because we love you and we're very, very good like that. So if you want more details of that, it's Tour 157. You can pop that into cruisefirst.tv and all the details will come up. Now, we've got 2 different options to show you, so let's move on to the next one. It's with Royal Caribbean on Oasis of the Seas. Now, this one sets off on the 26th of September. That's where you'll go out and you'll do your New York tour with the Niagara and the Washington. And then following that, you'll join Oasis of the Seas in New York, of course, Cape Liberty in New Jersey, and you will cruise. We've got a couple of stops in the Bahamas, and then we make our way back into New York on this one. This is lovely. Now, Oasis, of course, is one of the bigger ships with Royal Caribbean. It's got everything going on, as you can see, from an absolutely daring, death-defying sort of AQUA display goes on. Don't worry, you don't need to do that bit. You can just watch the performers doing that. You can wander through the neighbourhoods. They have their own central park on board Oasis, of course. And of course, it's Royal Caribbean. I would definitely have one of those one of those cabins, by the way, that looks into Central Park, because you know what a nosy beggar I am, and I absolutely love just, you know, people watching. Now, the cruise on this one is a 7-night full board and also includes a perfect day at Coco Cay, which is the private resort for Royal Caribbean, of course, and there are a couple of stops in the Bahamas there as well, which is amazing shopping, I do believe, in the Bahamas. Now, the price tag for this one is an incredible $1,949 per person, but again, we can do low deposits on this one, so your deposit, just £249 per person right now, absolutely locks this deal in for you, which is great value for money. Your upgrades on this are superb as well. Just £50 more to go ocean view, just £100 more to go balcony. So you know what to do with this one. Just take that £100 more and go for a balcony. Now, there's a third option on top of the tour, cruise option that you can take. And this time it's with Norwegian Cruise Lines, and it's Norwegian Joy, this one. So again, this starts on the 31st of October. You fly out to New York, you do your tour with Niagara and Washington and New York, and then you join Norwegian Joy for 10 nights. Now, this is all inclusive with Norwegian as well. You're going to absolutely love this. You're doing a little bit of Canada and Nova Scotia on this one, and you're coming down the East Coast as well. So this one does Charlottetown in the Prince Edward Islands, it does Sydney in Nova Scotia, Halifax, St. John, the Bay of Fundy in Canada, and then you'll come down through Portland in Maine and Boston back into New York. Now, you're going to love this because it is all inclusive, which is really, really good. So your drinks package is included in this, and you can see how bright and vibrant the Norwegian Joy is. It's something for everyone, I think, with Norwegian as well. If you are traveling with children, you know, maybe this is a family holiday, you know, they're well catered for. But if you're just having a little sort of secret getaway for the two of you, you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. Again, a low deposit on this price tag available as well. So $2,499 is the entire package, all the flights, the tour, and the all-inclusive cruise. But you can put a deposit down of just $199 per person on this one. Have to tell you also, bear in mind that the cruise is all-inclusive on this one. Your upgrades are really not bad at all. $350 more to go ocean view, just £500 more to go balcony. It's your choice entirely. Everyone gets the drinks no matter what, which I think is really, really good. And if you think about that, includes that wonderful guided tour with plenty of time for you to explore on your own as well. In New York, in Niagara and the area around the falls, and you're going to Washington as well. And there are many other stops between those places as well that I haven't had time to tell you about. But if you think about that, plus a big all-inclusive cruise as well, it's brilliant. Let me remind you again just quickly of all the three options, and then you can sort of press pause on this and have a look through if you like. So all included the 6-night guided tour of New York, Niagara and the East Coast. And then you've got 3 different options following that. Either voyaging transatlantic with Cunard back on Queen Mary 2, or doing the Oasis of the Seas cruise around the Bahamas there on the second option, or doing the Canada and New England cruise, all inclusive with Norwegian, as your third option. Again, you can press pause on your Sky Remote right now and just make a note of those references if you want to. It's either Tour 157 or Tour 158 or Tour 159. You can pop all of those into the website. I don't know how you choose between those 3, to be honest. I'd like to be able to help because I kind of want to do all 3 myself as well. I wish you luck in your choice. Stay right where you are because there is plenty more on the way here at Cruise First TV.